What the hell is that? Oh, I got holes. There we go. I guess I should go collect those. So, let's go collect those quick. See if I got anything of value. Probably just a little bit of money. And then we're gonna go talk to Shank about taking over the Commonwealth. As long as it's not a colony that I generally work with, I don't care. I have lots and lots and lots of settlements, all of which can be taken over by one of the you know, different packs or groups. Technically, I should give the pack 2 and each one of the other ones 1, and try to keep them, I guess, within range of each other. I'm not exactly sure how I want to do that.
Spectacular this evening. Show starts promptly at 9 p.m.
Bunch of suckers.
Hey.
What's going on, Liam? Do 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 do. So I've taken over all the separate parks at this point. A few odds and ends I've got to do eventually. Right now I'm going to go take over the Commonwealth.
What have I missed?
Probably a lot. I mean, I don't remember what episode you were last watching with me while I was...
I'll check in later.
Yeah, I'm up to... This is 15. And I'm not done yet.
Nuka World is
Alright, off to the market.
Celebration. Stop by Cappy's Cafe to sample Nuka-Cola's
First.
and most delicious flavor.
Bless you, my littlest love.
Have you explored all the rides in Galaxyland?
I explored some of them. I mean, I didn't really go too far. I was just trying to finish it. I mean, I do plan on doing what I'm going to refer to as bonus episodes. And I mean, I did the Mystery Mansion last night. I also did the power plant, which I'll have to go back to because clearly I need a key in order to get in to turn that thing on. So, yeah, right now I'm just kind of doing whatever I can do.
I'm not going to tell you what ride or what you will find, but please look again.
I'm not going to do it right this second, but I appreciate the fact that you're giving me a hint that there is a ride I need to check into in Galaxyland. I mean, I did check the weird coaster thing, where you know, tons and tons of robots inside, and you get the Nuka girl costume. I did the robot fights. I did the Vault Tech. And I think there was another one I did. I think I tried to do 2 in each, but the last video I kind of had to do slightly different. Only because the game, I got stuck. I had to reload.
Look who it is.
Liking what you've done with the place, boss. The gang certainly seem pleased with their new little kingdoms. Haven't seen people this revved up since last time someone spiked the water fountains. Never formally introduced myself.
I'm only missing 3 Star Cores at this point.
If you're standing here, well, I suppose Gage figured you might be the one.
I'm missing 1 more in Galaxy and 2 more out in the park itself. I assume there's, I think it said there was 5, so I assume there's 1 or 2 in, or 1 in each one of the areas besides Galaxy, and then Galaxy has the remainder of the rest.
Overboss? Something wrong?
What makes you think I've been convinced?
Well, if you want yet, you sure as hell should be. Giving the gang spots to call their own around the clock. It brought you some goodwill. But providing them with their own domains, carved from the settlements of the commonwealth, well, I can't think of a better way to solidify your place around here. Plus, make us all a pretty penny along the way. If that interests you, well, all you've got to do is say the word, and we can let the fun begin.
I wanted to ask about your role in this.
I'm listening.
Which gang do you work for?
Don't work for the gangs. Gage brought me in to work for the overboss. Plan was I'd advise Coulter in his grand scheme to run roughshod.
You can apparently get all the Star Cores in Galaxy Land.
Despite Coulter's change of heart, I've kept my ear to the ground. Just
I was looking at the total list and I got all of them in all the attractions that I went to, other than Galaxy Land itself. And I had 31 out of the 35, which meant I needed 4, and I found 1 more on the outside of Galaxy Land, so that means I only need 3 left. I'll show you once I'm done with this conversation.
So, what exactly is it you do?
I'll walk you through all the ins and outs of getting us established on the other side of those mountains. Claiming territory, running jobs, keeping folks loyal. Gage and Coulter also tasked me with keeping on top of the goings-on back there. So I'll provide you with guidance on the places we can hit and the places we can't. Kind of makes me your one-stop shop for causing havoc in the Commonwealth.
What is it that you get out of helping me do this?
I've been well taken care of up to this point. I ain't greedy. But people with my kind of talents aren't common. All I'm looking for is a continuation of the lifestyle I've become accustomed to. And the same piece of the Commonwealth pie everyone else around here has been itching to take a bite of.
That was all I had.
So, does that mean you're ready to begin?
Okay, let's get started.
Music to my ears. So getting us set up in the Commonwealth's
Who are you going to attack?
Territory, provisions.
I don't know yet.
First things first, territory. We're gonna need to claim a settlement for our gang to work from, an outpost. And there are 2 ways to claim new territory. You can head in yourself and convince the locals to leave. Or I can get a crew together and you all can put them in the dirt. How you do it is up to you. So, first big decision. You want to talk them off their land, or you want to wipe them out?
Is there a difference between the approaches?
Well,
I chose
settlers
Outpost
will
C in my
probably
opinion,
rally
dear.
some bodies if you try and wipe them out. But it's a guaranteed way to claim a spot. If you try to scare them off their land, there's a chance they might just tell you to
Attack.
take a hike. At that point, you might be able to buy them off. But it could end up getting expensive if you don't work them over a bit first. Beyond just that, there are some places out there overrun with trouble. Ghouls, children of Adam and the like. Those places aren't going to be interested in having a chat. So you're going to have more options if you go in guns blazing.
If you want me to attack.
Get a gang together. Those settlers are as good as dead.
Stick with the classics. Now, Once you and the crew have cleaned the place out, those lucky girls and boys will move in and start working the place. Of course, every outpost you claim for a gang is going to be something the other gangs don't have. And none of them like the thought of their rivals getting a leg up on them. Worth thinking over as you dole out more territory. So, which gang you want to join you on the job?
I think I've neglected the pack, so...
The pack.
Sure. I'll get a steak on a string or something. That just leaves the target. Now for a new outpost, you'll usually want to target a spot with plenty of populated settlements nearby. That might be able to feed our people later on. Taffington Boathouse, Croup Manor, Greentop Nursery, the Slog all had a good number of farms within striking distance last I checked. Though I'll need to go through my notes again. Make sure they're all still good to target. We're not always going to be able to run every job against every settlement. So, you ready to pick the spot for Nuka Willow's first new homestead?
What were those targets you'd recommended before?
Croup Manor, Taffington Boathouse, Greentop Nursery, and the Slog.
I think
Again,
Taffington
I
Boathouse.
guarantee those will all be available targets till I check my notes. But if they are, they're certainly a good place to start. Now you ready to make your decision?
I'm ready.
Good. So, where do you want to hit? Wait. Pretty sure that place is one of yours, boss. That's where you want to hit?
Does that matter?
Only if you want to
That's
keep
the one I
control
was
of
going
it.
to say.
Targeting a settlement for a job is going to break whatever connections you might have had to the place. Worth taking a moment to consider how much you like having that spot under your thumb. So, that the target?
Yeah, screw it.
That was the target.
Of course, boss. So, these sorts of jobs are pretty straightforward. Move in, kill everything in sight. Be a couple of our guys waiting for you when you arrive. Help you clean the place out. Now, you're not going to be able to take a direct route to the place. Fast way to get yourself killed. So you'll have to meet our folks outside town. Wouldn't be surprised if some Minutemen showed up to lend a hand. Wish I could see their faces when they see who they're going up against. Now, if you're looking for something to give you an extra edge, might be worth checking in with some of the gang bosses. Probably got some trick or two up their sleeves. The crew that's joining you is just gonna have standard kits though. If you want to arm them up differently, I'd take along some extra gear.
Can I explain
Show
what
those
you said better?
settlers who's in charge.
Sure, if you want to explain to me, and then I can, you know... I imagine if I take gear... I assume they're almost like companions, like a bunch of companions. Like I can give them better gear and...
Don't hurt me.
Well, you kill all the settlers.
I'm aware I have to kill all the settlers.
And then you can build there as a raider outpost.
Alright, works for me. Let's destroy something I helped build a little bit of. I don't even know if I've actually made it. I mean, I don't know. Is a raider outpost similar to a settlement? Like, can I like give them water and food and everything else, or is it they basically have to attack to get those things for themselves? I don't know if you know that or not, Liam.
Let me know if you want.
The same.
Oh, it's the same? Alright, sweet. Well, then they'll already have a reasonable setup.
I think.
Well, again, I already put effort into it, so they should have a reasonable setup.
Excuse me.
Scope this out, boss. Looks like you brought in some bucks. Should be fun. You gonna do this or what?
Let's get this show on the road.
Yeah.
But the more defenses, the worse for you. And Preston Garvey hates you after this.
That's okay. I could care less. He's not somebody I generally use.
He is really annoying anyway.
Yeah. I usually use Kate. Like if I'm doing anything, I use Kate. But recently I've just been using Ada, because she works better for me. She's a robot. I can't hurt her feelings.
There is a nicer flag.
Not worried about the flag right now.
Excuse me.
Yeah? Place ain't too bad. We gotta get supplies coming in. Head back and tell them we're good to go here.
Now the only thing I wonder is if you build a raider outpost, do they attack other, I mean, like settlements? I don't know. Maybe something I might have to look into. Because if they attack other settlements, I don't want to put too many out, because there's one settlement that I'm not changing. That one will always be mine, and it will not be a raider, and that'll be Spectacle Island. That's my main building ground.
Well, well. Word going around is there's some new raider boss tearing up the Commonwealth. Not too shabby. I'll make sure your cut of any caps the outpost pulls in are waiting in your quarters. So, now that we got part 1 on the books, we can move on to part 2. Provisions. If you want to hang on to this newfound territory, you're going to need to convince a nearby settlement to start handing over shipments of supplies. I'll make sure those
I
shipments
don't know,
get
I reloaded a
distributed
save
direct
after
to
this
the
and then
outpost.
killed all the
Any
raiders.
caps they provide will be waiting in your trunk up in Fizz Top. And the more a settlement produces for itself, the more of each we can get them to cough on. Now, like before, the method's up to you. You can try talking to them yourself, convince them to hand over the goods, or you and a crew can introduce some bullets to some kneecaps.
I think if anything, I'm gonna try to talk the settlers
Let me
into
talk to
supplying
them.
us.
I'll get them to hand over what we need.
Sure. So, which crew you want keeping an eye on the books once you get them to bend the knee?
The operators.
I'll send word along. Then all that's left is the target. Only wrinkle is that it's got to be near our crew's new outpost. No settlement's just gonna hand over goods if there's no one close by to follow up on threats. And if you ever want to see for yourself which settlements are within range of our outpost, you can check the map in your Pip-Boy. The Slog might be a good choice to hit, though I'd have to confirm that's still the case. So, what's the target?
The slug sounds good.
Huh. Was that? Believe that spot's one of yours, boss. Still want to proceed?
That one's the target.
Ruthless. So,
Yeah, baby.
settlers that cough up provisions, they need to know you're
Okay.
not a crew to be trifled with. You can try convincing them to pay up, or you could rough them up some. Let them know we mean business. Lizzie Wyeth with the operators ought to have some tools you can use to make things easier. Plus, having an outpost nearby gives us another option: claiming the airwaves. Building a Nuka world
Isn't
radio
the slot the one with all the goals?
outpost
Yes.
within range of the target will let them know we're closing in on them. Your Pip-Boy map should show you which outposts are close enough to serve. And if none of that works, well, I suppose you could always try paying one of them to convince the rest. And it's worth remembering, the more populated or heavily defended a place is, the more prep work you're gonna have to do to get them to bend. Just
Blah dot
bring us
ghouls.
back something nice.
think they should have let me make an Assaultron like that thing. That would have been epic.
Hey. Can I help you? You ever heard of Nuka World?
The theme park with all the raiders? Sure. Why?
I'm here to make you an offer. This place will supply me and my friends in Nuka World caps, food, whatever you got. In exchange, we won't bother you.
Oh, I don't know. A lot of hard work goes into this place. Can't just give it to you.
Listen, you're gonna start working for me now, right? Just keep the supplies coming and we won't have any problems.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. Now please, get the hell out of here.
Hit back and forth missions, they drive me up the wall. Wah!
What?
That was sexy.
I try.
I know you do. That's why I love you.
Bill. Hey!
Oh, so loud.
Go play with your toys.
Exceedingly long loading screen. Exceedingly long loading screen.
It's gonna crash.
That would suck. Not gonna lie, that would suck. It was bad enough I got stuck earlier. And had to completely restart the mission I was on. Oh, good.
Then I guess we'll just have to let them know who did it. You did good. Now get going. The adults are going to discuss this. Figure this would happen sooner or later. Our outposts caught the attention of some of our new neighbors in the commonwealth. An outside crew of raiders think we're honing in on their territory. Sounds like they're planning to tear the place up. Our people are winning. Suppose this provides us a good opportunity to make an example. You thinking what I'm thinking?
I will rip them to shreds personally.
Bingo. Only language raiders in the commonwealth understand. Thanks. But you should probably get going. You wouldn't want to keep our new friends waiting. Wouldn't be neighborly.
Well, before I do this, I'm going to end this live stream because this is getting a little much. I'll be back on soon to finish up this and part dose of taking over the Commonwealth. And then I guess the power is the last thing I gotta do, and then I think I've finished this DLC. Alright. Well, as always, like and subscribe if you like what you see, and yeah, that's about it for now. Alright. Deuces.